Okay, cool. Let's go to the next one. Hugo Pessoa says, "Sup, Abe? All good, man. Hope you're feeling better and kicking some. Well, to be sure. I'm working in the industry since 2020, outsourcing companies and freelancing a bit. Now I'm on an AR game to a bike company. Stylized and pretty cool work. All my positions so far were remote roles, which I like it. So I'm starting to pursue the senior roles. Therefore, I can show some NDA. I need to improve using personal projects. So the last ones are most recent, and we're trying to put more effort. But I'm still missing something that your model side and experience will let me know. Thanks anyway, man. See you. Okay, cool. So my first advice for you, my friend Hugo, take out some of the old stuff. This is where I would probably recommend taking certain stuff out, like this one right here. I understand why you did it, this NFT projects. I don't think this 2D stuff is up to the level of your 3D stuff. Your 3D stuff right now, at least this orc and some of this look really, really good. So that one, probably not the greatest. Same for this one. So if you want to keep 2D stuff, I would probably just keep it in another like platform. Maybe something like DeviantArt or Behance or something like that, which I know there's a little bit more of illustration work over there. And maybe this one as well. I don't know. Like this look a little bit incomplete. And I know this were like 3 years ago. I don't love them, to be honest. So I will probably take those out. Superheroes are always cool. They always get a lot of views because people identify them. This is nice. There's a couple of forms and proportions here that are a little bit off. What do I mean by this? When you are doing a character, especially like very famous characters, you always want to be like hyper careful or extra careful about making sure that you do a good proportion. Right now, if we do the very basic exercise of drawing like a lighter color, or drawing the size of the head right there, so that's one head, and then the torso, that's like 3 heads, and then the legs, that's like 5 heads. So proportions are a little bit weird. I think that the head's a little bit small. It should be a fairly easy fix. Like if we were to grab just the head, let me see if I'm getting used to this software, so I don't. No, I'm not gonna be there with this one. If we grab the head and we make it just a little bit bigger, almost nothing, but just a little bit bigger, and that should give us a nicer proportion right there. Okay, so it's very, very important that we always keep that in mind. Shift D, it's the shortcut here. I don't want to open Photoshop. Anyway, so just keep that in mind. Make sure that you have your proportions where they need to be, because otherwise it's going to be a little bit difficult to find this. Let me open Photoshop. Can you make a video on vertex painting, shader texture painting in Maya? I can't find any videos on it. Yes, I can do something like that. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm here. I just... There we go. Cool. Oh, also, Canardi. There you go, Hugo. So yeah, so I would probably just like fix again the proportion on this. Well, I mean, since they're sort of finished products, you might not need to do that, but be careful with the proportion next time. Same with this. I feel like this head is a little bit on the small side of things. A good sculpt though, good anatomy. The pose feels a little bit unbalanced. It kind of feels like he's falling forward. So you might want to like, again, check the pose a little bit there. This one I don't like, this Zelda model, and this is the dangerous thing about doing a fan art about the very sort of like famous character. If we compare this Zelda model to the Zelda model from the game, it has a couple of differences. Like the hair right here, I don't like it. It's very chunky. I would keep it as different like meshes to have a little bit more flow to it. Proportions are better. I don't like the face too much, and the interesting thing here is that you have a lot of realistic stuff, and then you went for a very cartoony thing. And since this one is, again, not up to the level of the realistic stuff, that could bring it down a little bit. So I might take this one out. This one's good. Oh, I love the fur. It's a good fur. I feel like we can improve the skin shader a little bit. It looks very plasticky right now. A little bit oily. Not sure where you're rendering. Seems like it's marmoset. So yeah, adding a little bit of surface can definitely help. Okay. Okay, good density, good resolution there. Wow, this is a little bit too many maps, man. Like if this is for games, this is a little bit too much maps. And here's the thing, you're doing a lot of maps, like you have a lot of information here on the map, And I don't really feel like we're utilizing the textures up to the best level, especially because of the shaders. And again, the glossiness on the skin, it looks sort of like fakeish. So for the amount of maps that we're using and to the quality that we're seeing, it's not really sort of like matching, okay? So it's important to take a good look at that. But I kind of see that you did improve on this one right here on the orc. This one's way better. It's nice. Oh, but it's just the top part. Oh, man. Yeah, that's fine. That's cool. Let's go. It's a lot of maps, man. It's a lot of maps. I'm not sure what kind of productions you're doing. I know it says right here it's NDA. If it's for a cinematic, okay, I can understand this. But if it's for a game, like having, look at this, 15 maps, and I'm guessing they're like, what, 2K maps, 4K maps? Probably like 2K maps. It's a little bit, well, not a little bit, quite a bit on the high side of things. Topology is fine. Density is fine. The fur is fine. But yeah, like the amount of maps is really, really intense. I mean, you do get an amazing result, right? Like this freaking high quality texture. It's great for your portfolio. So I don't mind. But it will be good to see a couple of projects where you're optimizing your textures a little bit more to see if you can work within those constraints. This one's also good. I like it. Again, the skin, man. Subsurface, just add a little bit of subsurface. It's easy to set up. You can check the YouTube channel as well. I have a couple of videos about that. It's a little bit more manageable. 6 maps is definitely more on the... It's a little bit on the high side, like 200k triangles for a single character. Or 200, almost 300k triangles. It's definitely very high poly count. Your sculpt skills are really good, man. Like, I think you're there with the sculpting skills. It's maybe just a little bit of more optimization. And I understand why you need to have that many, like, elements. But for instance, even here on the mouthpiece, especially if it's for games, you don't need that many. Like, you can definitely simplify and optimize things a little bit more to bring this number down. Because I do think 300k triangles for a full character, even one that looks as cool as this one, is definitely on the high side of things. Definitely high. Hey, Foxart, yes, normally we start the stream at 10 a.m. my time, but since we have so many portfolios today, I want to make sure everyone gets a chance, so there we go.